When I was in college in Bowling Green, Ohio, I played in a rock band. We used to practice late at night in one of the older academic buildings, setting up our gear in the large theater. The other guitar player was my then boyfriend, who is one of those ghost magnet people you hear about. The only strange things I've ever had happen to me in my life happened while I was dating him. Our experiences at the theater started in sort of a vague way. Eerie feelings, cold drafts coming down around us, lights flickering, or the sensation of being watched. Sometime later, objects would move, like a heavy speaker that suddenly leaped 6 feet forward off the table and fell to the ground as if someone had pushed it from behind. I can remember crying and yelling about almost nothing, and having several bass players walk out permanently, enraged over trivialities. One night, after the usual light flickering and cold drafts, all the lights went very low, and the exit sign over the door started to flash. I got incredibly creeped out immediately. I asked to be driven home right away, and my boyfriend complied. He drove me home and then went back to finish packing up the bass player and the drummer. Before they left, they did an equipment check and noticed that one of my effects pedals was missing. They went back into the building, and there was my effects pedal in the middle of a square table, which was in the middle of the stage. They felt as though they were being asked back into the room. My boyfriend took out a notebook and gave everyone a piece of paper. He told them to write down their impressions of a presence, including age, gender, appearance, and also note where they thought this being might be in the room. Without discussing it, he and the bass player wrote down chillingly similar descriptions. The presence seemed to them to be a young man with brown hair and glasses. My boyfriend wrote down the detail of a maroon sweater vest, and the bass player wrote down freckles. All of them placed the presence within 2 rows and 3 seats of the same location in the audience section of the theater. At that, they immediately left. We decided to move our practices out of the theater and into the office space of one of the radio stations, which was in the basement. In this space, our practices were more peaceful until one night, when in the middle of a song, our normally mechanically correct drummer skipped a beat and faltered. We all stopped playing. We discovered that we all had become aware of a human but entirely black shape near the door, which seemed to be observing us. And when we gave it our attention, it had quickly left the doorway. My ever-curious and calm boyfriend decided to talk to one of the building's security guards. We did find one and asked her if she had ever seen anything odd. She told us that a high school senior had died just outside this building directly after graduation. Furthermore, she had been a junior at the same high school when this had happened. She said she had a particular interest in patrolling this building. She thought she had seen him that summer after he died, wearing the outfit he wore for his senior picture. They asked her what he looked like. She said, brown hair, glasses, freckles. And in his senior picture, he had been wearing a maroon sweater vest. The woman told us his name was Patrick. After that, every time we came into the building and went downstairs to practice, my boyfriend would call out cheerfully, "Hello, Patrick. We don't mean to bug you or anything, but we're going to practice now, down in the basement." The ghost never gave us any more problems, and our arguments and difficulties stopped. When we graduated and moved on, we went back to the theater and said goodbye to Patrick.